Hello, Mother.
Hi.
What's going on? How'd you like this? Did you like this?
I think Mother would be proud.
Mother would be proud of the show?
Just be proud. Mother would be very happy to meet you.
I hope Ed Gein's sitting there looking at this going, man, I really didn't deserve this glowing a portrayal, but yeah.
I don't think that I deserved to be put in this spotlight like this.
A rather, I mean, in the end, it almost became this celebration of him, which was kind of odd for,
like the whole like, especially like the scene with like where he's walking down the hallway and like going up like the stair, and now you have all the people that idolized him and made movies off him. He's walking the staircase to meet Mother, and I don't know. It made it seem like that they were trying to make you feel sad for him when you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand the logic where I think this might get really hot. I'm just here. Oh, it's because these are turned out towards us. So I'm like, man, I feel like I'm getting feedback. Everything I say. Anyway, yeah, that's better. That's better. There was
You're already hearing it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry about all that, everybody. No, but I understand the logic where they're saying, weird upbringing, nothing to really help him differentiate the right from wrong, and so when he sees these like weird German things that are happening where they're making things out of skin, he's just like, oh, people just like do this, right?
That's a cool thing to do. This woman's pretty. She does it.
So, I understand where they're saying like, he was kind of a victim of his circumstances. Sure, to an extent, but also there's minimally 2 people that he killed. And that's where we could get into some of the true and false stuff with this, right? Where look, with a series like this, you got to take some liberties, right? No one was sitting there like writing down everything that was being said.
I mean, plus,
right.
I mean, how could you even account for it? Because you have to take what his word is, and he's already
schizophrenic.
Yeah,
like literally.
Yeah.
How can you believe anything, right?
His mother could not even been real.
Maybe he's Jesus. Maybe he's got no father. Maybe he's an alien.
Is this the second coming? What?
Yeah. So as far as the killings go, right? If there was a Vegas line, it'd probably be about 3.5. Because the only confirmed killings are the Bernice Warden and Mary Hogan, the hardware store owner and the bartender. According to the article I read about that, assumption is made by the show that he killed his brother. Now, I would probably say 90% chance he killed his brother.
Probably.
The mother being unhappy with him and all that.
He was defending Mother's legacy.
Right. And, brush fire. Now, they kind of heavy-handed in the show, where the coroners are, well, he's awful cold, and I'm not sure that he would, but yeah, it says asphyxiation is the official cause of death, so probably did that, but can't really say for sure. So, and then there's the Victor Travis and Raymond Burgess were the 2 men in the woods that the show claimed that he killed with the chainsaw. Apparently those guys got lost in the woods and were never found, so there's no way of confirming
if he actually did it.
Did Ed Gein do it? And it was very unlikely that Gein would have done it with a chainsaw. His preferred weapon was a .22 caliber rifle. Yeah.
Essentially, like, hey, we got this wild killer guy. We don't have anything for this murder over here. These disappearances. He probably murdered him. Fuck it.
Well, I'm kind of the babysitter. That whole storyline's BS. He didn't have, what's her face? Adeline did not get him a babysitting job. That girl with polio did not take it from him. But he did happen to be in the same area. but there's no confirmation that he had anything to do with her disappearance. So, again, they're just sort of, the show's taking those artistic liberties with it, right? I mean, look, you do one of these true stories. I mean, Dahmer, right? There's a lot of details there that nobody was there for.
But you just gotta have to kind of fill in on what you think probably happened, and what makes sense of what might have happened.
Right, what would they may have said?
What would they have possibly have done? Yeah. How would a mother reacted?
So, and so when you're talking about, another thing that that they took liberties with was Gein having sex with the dead body. He claims that he couldn't defile a dead body because he was too sensitive to smells, and his strong Christian upbringing would also not let him do that.
Oh, they depicted him fucking the shit out of that dead body in the movie, though, or in the series.
Here's the thing, I'd probably also deny fucking a dead body if I was accused of fucking a dead body. It's probably something I'd say, no, the smell alone. But, I don't know, I just don't see... If that's not confirmed, I don't know why you even go that far with it. I guess the shot... I don't see what the purpose is.
Right.
Because there's not... I mean, that's not like, oh, man, look at that. That was so crazy to see. I don't know how other people felt about it. If it wasn't for me, I don't particularly love him having sex with a dead body scene.
It was, yeah. Like that, like the whole time I'm sitting there watching, I'm just I kind of want to skip past this parts, but you shouldn't.
Like you should watch it once.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, is there any Easter eggs here or anything like that? But then you're going back through it again, and you're like, okay,
all right, no.
I know what happens here.
Yeah. When he told what's her name? Adeline. Mm-hmm. It's too warm.
I know.
It's too warm. She gets in the fucking ice bath
Yeah. So that's another one, right? Adeline. A lot of that is kind of unfounded. Let's see, where is it? So soon after Gein's arrest in 1957, a 50-year-old woman named Adeline Watkins came forward to say that she had been Gein's girlfriend for some 2 decades. In an interview with the Minneapolis Tribune, she described Gein as good and kind and sweet, and claimed that the couple shared a love of reading. They also discussed every murder we ever heard about, and Gein would speculate on what the killer had done wrong. On a date in February 1955, Watkins recalled, "He proposed to me, not in so many words, but I knew what he meant." However, she declined because she couldn't, quote, live up to what he expected of me.
Too warm.
Several weeks after the interview was published and picked up by the news outlets across the United States, Watkins offered a very different version of her relationship with Gein. In an interview with the Stevens Point Daily Journal, Watkins denied much of what was written in the Tribune article. According to Watkins, she and Gein had casually dated over the course of 7 months in about 1954. They had gone to the movies several times, and he had occasionally visited Watkins at her home. For his part, Gein never publicly mentioned Watkins, and there was no factual basis to support Monster's portrayal of her as complicit in his crimes.
You mean to tell me they never went to the roller skating rink?
They may have. It's possible. So Adeline, I don't know why. And again, I guess it's for all for entertainment, right? So having this other character who's complicit in it, almost kind of into it with him. It just kind of bothers me you'd fabricate a character like this almost to help his, like...
image. Like,
yeah.
People's perception of, maybe this guy was actually an alright guy. When it's like, no, this guy was not alright. So, like, you get those few passes, like, okay, you had this upbringing, you lived with your mother who was, if she actually is how portrayed in the movie, fucking psycho.
Yeah.
You get a few passes, but it's not like an excuse, like a get out of jail free card. It's like, okay, we get why you're this way, but you're still not like, oh, he got locked up, boo.
Oh man, did he have to spend his whole life in the mental facility?
Boo.
What? Boo.
Wearing t-shirt that says free Gein.
Drinking wine.
Which scene was more uncomfortable for you to watch? More uncomfortable just to watch? The scene where he is fucking the dead body, or the scene where he is in women's clothes, choking himself out, jerking off?
The dead body's worse.
Dead body?
Yeah. I mean, that was the choking himself out was kind of just funny, honestly. And she just opens the door. He's up on the floor.
Mother.
I mean, that's honestly hilarious.
While I'm like watching this movie, there's like a few scenes, like that scene in particular, where I'm like, this would be really awkward if someone just walked in here with no context of what I'm watching, and like, the fuck do you have on this TV right now? Just.
Well, I mean, there's one time Bree was coming home, and it's the part where he kills the babysitter, and he's like rubbing her with lotion before he wraps her in cloth. And I heard the key in the door. I was like, no, we're not gonna have this on screen. I just hit the home button on the TV. Like, I'm not explaining this.
There's too much backstory. I'm just nope.
Yeah.
No, I'll put it back on later.
I'll jump back into it when she goes to the bathroom, and we'll be fine.
I tell you, seeing Aunt Jackie from Roseanne half naked was not on my 2025 bingo card, but okay.
Yeah,
it was not on my 2025 bingo card. But like, okay, I still could have gone the rest of the time without.
I didn't make that connection until you just said that. Oh yeah, that is her, isn't it?
As soon as I seen her, I was like, that's fucking Aunt Jackie.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, not the... Yeah.
Nothing against her, it's just...
Yeah.
Just...
Maybe once upon a time, but no. What do you think Rotten Tomatoes thought of this? Like the critical score, the critics... Yeah, what score do you think they gave it?
That's low. I'd say probably like... What's it out of? Is it out of...
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
35.
22.
Really?
And when I checked it when we were going to do this a couple weeks ago, and we got delayed, it was 18. It's 22 today.
I wonder if they gave it such a low score just because of how much it's fabricated.
Could be.
But also Rotten Tomatoes sometimes is a bunch of picky little bitches.
Could be. I mean, I personally didn't think this was amazing. I liked the first couple episodes, and I feel like we needed to spend more time with Gein, and we focus a lot on just the movies that were made through inspiration of him.
Because they did a lot of those references, or like how, it seemed like quite a few of the episodes would be what he did that inspired X movie, and then they would play at the end of that episode, like essentially part of a clip or scene from that movie that's inspired or recreated or whatever. So I don't know if maybe that was the point of him, like, hey, this guy inspired all the this guy, even though he was a awful fucking person, look what gold he brought to the cinematic theaters.
Look at all this art.
Look at all this art
spawned from it. Well, I mean, you're fabricating shit especially with the chainsaw. I mean, the cover of this on Rotten Tomatoes is him holding the chainsaw up in the air, right? And it's like, there's not really anything that says he was, chainsaw was a weapon of choice for him. And when they have that scene with the guy that made Texas Chainsaw, and he's at dinner with the friend's parents or whatever, and they're talking about oh, I live down the street from him. Yeah, he used a chainsaw, and it's like, well, how'd you get that info, right? And I mean, I guess you could see how, maybe that information got around because, I mean, you know how rumors work in a small town. People just, the story just grows and grows and grows,
it's like the game of telephone. By the time it reaches the last person, you're like, that's not even close to what the fuck was said.
Right. So, I mean, that's not the most implausible thing. So that makes sense. What do you think the audience gave it? The average Joes like you and I.
Out of 100%, 67.
50%.
Really?
Yeah. So right in the middle there. And I think when I checked a couple weeks ago, it was. I had it written down in the doc. It was 51%. So I actually lost a percentage point since. Some of the fun reviews. Just 2. 3. Oh, I have 3. Yeah, that's a review. Sorry. Anyway. A show that hates itself is one of the reviews. Monster, the Ed Gein story, strives to tell this monster's story, but fails to deliver 8 episodes worthy of a binge watch. Fantastic performances are diluted with exaggerated B stories that go nowhere at a slow pace. The Ed Gein story will be hard to top. This guy was into it. The Ed Gein story will be hard to top in subsequent seasons of Monster, but for now, this is a scary-ass story perfect to watch for Halloween. I mean, some mixture of those.
I mean, I think that...
That's about accurate.
I think that it was... If you take out the fact that it seems like over half of the stuff was heavily fabricated in the story, and sometimes completely made up altogether other than fabricated, I think it's a good watch. Like, it kept you like, interesting. Mm-hmm. Even throughout all of it. I mean, there was some stuff where they just, I don't know, I feel like didn't really add to the storyline too much, such as like some of the backstories of like some of the directors and the writers of the movies. What was it, that one scene where the dude was like secretly gay and stuff like that? Like,
now that is a true story.
Right. But did it add anything to the series?
Probably not.
So,
although I maybe,
but like a bunch of little stuff like that, where it's just like, that didn't really add too much. Like, we could have done like without that. There's some of those storylines of just like, them walking into the recreated house, like, oh, this is just something. Like,
yeah,
I don't need that.
Well, what's funny with the Anthony Perkins thing, that's the guy that played the dude in Psycho. I think I had something down in here. Maybe I didn't get that far when I was doing notes. But anyway, his thing, the most interesting part of his story is that he was married to somebody else. He pursued a straight life, which I think what they were pretty much trying to depict on screen is how far the sins of one man, if you will, have taken to affect, somebody who's completely innocent and just plays a guy in a movie, and now, his career pretty much kind of took a hit. I mean, he was successful, but it was the only kind of roles he could get was, stuff being a psycho,
right,
if you will. So the interesting thing with his story is that they did show some of this where he was going to a therapist and he was trying to pursue a life being straight, because it was still pretty frowned upon to be gay in that time.
Then, yeah.
And a lot of what people were telling him was that he would have trouble like moving forward with his career in Hollywood if he didn't, at least put out the image of being straight.
Mm-hmm.
So he was actually married to someone, had children with a woman, I can't remember her name, and I'm really mad at myself that I didn't have the I don't have the I thought I had this fucking article at one point. It's probably on that tab on my phone is where it is, but something to the effect of that woman, Anthony Perkins ended up dying, And then the woman he was married to is actually on one of the 9/11 flights.
Really?
Yeah. Which is like...
Did she survive?
I think it's the one... I believe she was on one of the two that flew into the towers.
She was on one of the 9/11 flights. Really? Which one? She was flying out of San Francisco, but she was on the plane on 9/11.
Plane on 9/11. Yeah. There you go. Let me find his fucking Wikipedia page real quick. But yeah, I mean, it was. I don't know what, and that was kind of a weird thing. Maybe they were trying to tell you about, just how Hollywood was at that time, because, there's that scene where Alfred Hitchcock's talking to him, and he's like, "You're the same as him. You have similarities," and it's like, no, he was gay. He wore woman's skin. Like what? So that was kind of weird, but
gay wears woman's skin. What's the difference?
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing, right?
Okay, marriage. Not initially romantically involved, Perkins and her name was Barry Berenson spent considerable time together during the early 70s, despite Berenson being engaged to artist Richard Bernstein at the time. Over their time, the relationship developed into a romantic and sexual partnership. No, you don't say. According to some accounts, when Berenson informed Bernstein of the change in her feelings, he responded by asserting that Perkins was gay and did not share her romantic interest. Berenson reportedly replied that Perkins was seeing therapist Mildred Newman, so that wasn't bullshit, so that's kind of cool, and expressed a desire to live as a heterosexual. She ended her engagement to Bernstein that day. They married in 1973. Okay, where is it? Okay. His marriage came as a surprise to many in Perkins' social and professional circles. Actress Venetia Stevenson later commented that she was shocked by the news, recalling that Perkins had been widely perceived as gay. Berenson herself acknowledged that others were skeptical about the union, stating that she was unaware of the implications at the time, despite Perkins having informed her of his sexuality. Nevertheless, the couple remained married until Perkins' death in 1992. Berenson died during the 2001 September 11 attacks when American Airlines Flight 11, on which she was a passenger, was hijacked and crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. All individuals on board were killed, but
no survivors.
So that's kind of wild. That's honestly the most interesting part of the Anthony Perkins part that I would have liked to see.
I mean,
can you imagine the fucking curve, like the side road that you go on, and then all of a sudden there's just like you're like this is about who?
What am I watching here?
So, bad summary for this one could be called, serial killer
indirect
causes 9/11.
9/11.
Right?
Ed Gein, the 9/11 story.
Prove it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Who you gonna ask? Ed himself?
Yeah. He'd probably tell you he did it, fucking schizophrenic psycho.
Mother told me to. Mother said the North one.
Alright, so the what is true, what is not. His mother was like that, yada yada.
Could you imagine growing up with a mother who was like that?
It'd be something.
Like, that is obviously traumatic because it caused him to be, whatever the fuck he was.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you sit there and you go and you watch and you see, the portrayal of his mother and you're like, maybe I'd turn out the same way. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so that's the kind of the thing, right? So he was diagnosed as schizophrenic, so that causes some of it, and then he was obsessed with that Christine Jorgensen, which was the
Nazi girl.
No, that's the Ilse Koch.
Oh yeah.
Christine was the trans person.
Oh yeah, the trans person. Because he was trying to come to the conclusion he was trans and supposedly
and she was like
no, you're just psycho.
Yeah. And he was obsessed with that bitch of Buchenwald girl, the Ilse Coke or Coach or however you say that. I guess the stuff with all that is, I guess, sort of what, I don't know. I mean, there's not, I don't really feel like there's anything to justify it.
Well, I mean, no.
Like, there's nothing, yeah, there was no one standing there saying, like, that's wrong, but also no one was saying, like, yeah.
Well.
And maybe that's why they fabricate the Adeline character to try to, because we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it feels like it's kind of likely that she was complicit in it. I don't know about her being like supportive of it. So much.
How much of her storyline is actually true? Did she actually want to become a photographer, a crime scene photographer, and did she actually travel to New York?
I mean, there's nothing really,
and try to get with that that professional crime scene photographer in New York.
I mean, there's nothing really
because
on her page about.
Because while I was watching that series. One thing I was thinking with her character was like, this seems like she's a really fabricated person to just move the storyline along, just being how go along with the flow type shit she was there, especially once she found out about how he was cutting up fucking dead bodies and shit.
There's no real. I mean, this is the AI overview, so take it for what that's worth. But
good old AI.
Let's see. We can go to here. Let's go to the story on therap.com. How about that? Ed Gein walking state in real life. Wow, you guys wrote a big hefty article there. Okay, the show also implied that Gein proposed Watkins was turned down, tried to move to New York City when they went south, Watkins returned to Plainview. Okay, and then you don't say whether or not that's true. Okay, cool. Good job.
Source. Just trust me, bro.
I mean, they just kind of mention offhandedly that that's the storyline in the show and then don't really say whether or not she did it. Okay, so that article sucks. It looks like the New York thing's fabricated.
That's why I feel like a lot of her storyline had to been fabricated. It was too go with the flow, push the story along, kind of try and justify more of his actions.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, it just seems like she had to have been sort of okay with it. Because who else did he really interact with?
Mm-hmm.
The dog is going. Maybe. Okay, cool.
Thank you for your commentary.
She thinks the show really just portrayed Gein too positively, and she was very angry about it, so she barked up a storm about it. One theory I kind of like, also true and what's not, there's no evidence of him and Bernice Warden fucking and all that. The hardware store guy. So it's again, I guess you just try to make that interesting, right? She got him drinking wine and eating sinful cold cuts, but
that scene was just hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
And what's even funnier is that was one of the times that I was, I'm working, I'm doing something stationary, so I had the phone propped up, and I'm like, I really hope no one walks behind me.
Yeah.
They just
driver walks in. What kind of porn you got going on? No, it's not. It's not about anything. Just keep
moving.
Can you walk out and just walk back in? We'll start
restart.
Over. Yeah, I don't want to. So I guess some of the stuff I've read is in theory, with some of the story being fake, are they just telling the story completely from his point of view at a certain point?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's schizophrenic, so is he imagining all these things? Is he filling in all these gaps? is that maybe why they fabricate so much of it?
They just kind of go that route of what he saw.
Yeah. Because he didn't help the FBI either. That's completely fake. So, that's fun.
So, that whole story about the killer and about the, what was the name of that serial killer?
Yeah, there's no such thing as Ted Bundy.
It's the whole thing of him helping out. That was all fabricated and fake as well.
Yeah. Oh, man, Rolling Stones beat... Is it because I had the fucking article open too long? Blocking my access to that article I read the other day. That's cool. Had a lot of information in there I was going to kind of breeze through. It's kind of part of the plan. Oh, well.
Well.
Fuck you, Rolling Stone.
Well, donate to our Patreon so we can get Rolling Stone access.
Nah, fuck it. Yeah, and that one guy with the tits. That's fault. I mean, he had tits. That guy existed, but I mean, he didn't care about Ed Gein. So, you're just connecting these guys.
The man with I forgot about the man with the tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many scenes in this series where, like, at any point if someone just walked in, they just be like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Yeah.
and there's no way to justify, like, you can't rewind it, because you rewind it makes it worse. You try to go forward, it makes it worse. You're just like,
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. If you want to stay and watch, you can. If not, leave, because it's weird.
The only response to that situation is you just kind of go, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Because the second you start, you look guilty when you try to, like, X out of something. Like, I remember with Charles one time, forever ago, I was like, hey, you want to watch Wolf of Wall Street? I hadn't seen it yet. It was on Netflix. He's like, yeah, sure. And he's, like, fucking around on his phone or whatever. He's not even looking. So I start the movie. You know how the first part of that movie goes. It's the montage of him, all sorts of ill shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles happens to look up when he's, like, out of her ass, and he's like, what the fuck are we watching? I'm like, what, Wall Street? You said yes. Fuck off.
So, who do you think burned down Gein's house?
No, that's an interesting one. It certainly made it look like the sheriff did it.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like they alluded to, because he was just sitting there smoking a cigarette, chilling in front of the car. Like, yep. Whoops. It's on fire. We couldn't get to it in time.
No, I guess in that case, do you agree with, the deputy, right? Like, fuck the guy. Let's auction all this shit off. I'm gonna make some money out of this, right? He killed my mom.
He's like more than fucking killed. Like,
oh yeah, obviously.
I can't imagine the trauma of walking into a barn and seeing your mom cut up like a pig or a deer.
No, there's no
evidence that actually happened.
Either.
But
yeah,
for the sake of the story,
yeah,
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
no I'd probably do the same shit too. Like, fuck it. There's weird people that are obsessed with this guy. Look, I'm auctioning off all of his shit.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be your mom. I think anybody is like wrapped up in the barn like that. You're like,
but I think it's worse if it's your mom or a family member.
I need to go to church or something.
I no longer am hungry.
I was thinking go and get a nice steak after this. But...
I think I'm gonna eat me a bullet for dinner.
Yeah.
Need some iron.
Yeah. Okay, so the deputy Frank Warden was the son of Gein's final victim, Bernice Warden. He reported his mother missing after finding her blood in the hardware store and a sales receipt made out to Gein for antifreeze.
They didn't, that wasn't in the storyline.
Probably what that green was, though. Right? The antifreeze green? Or is it clear? I don't know.
It's green. Green, yellow, orange. I think back then it would have all been green, so.
Well, there you go. Little connections. It's the little connections.
Instead, they were just like, oh, it's probably Gein. Let's go to his house.
Well, now, I mean...
Gein is like that one guy that, like, when something bad happens, like, you don't have any way to prove it, but you're like, I don't know. There's something off about that guy.
Well, everybody in town's like, oh, Eddie wouldn't have done it. And you're like, maybe that's why we should check him out.
Like, nah, he couldn't have done it. Let's get a warrant.
I wonder if he's so well known as being nice. I mean, that implies, a little bit at least that he is so well known. So, when he's standing there at the door going like, oh, I don't know, you want me to wake mother up? And it's like, is anybody else aware that his mother's dead? Because he just acted like he's going to go wake his mom up. Should we maybe check this house anyway?
No.
Welfare check, if anything,
Yeah, how did no one know his mother was dead? Like, they had a whole funeral and everything.
Right.
There's literally a burial plot. You think in a small town that you would hear about that. So in the story of the series, and I don't know how true it is in real life, but in the series, she keeled over in front of other people.
Yeah. And wow. That part was, I did read that was true.
So, like, how did no one know that she was dead?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's like, what are the details? Like, did they go investigate? Like, did someone actually see Ed's truck pulling up there? Mm-hmm. Did that guy actually see him as he was leaving? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole purpose of the show is like, we got to make this guy look evil and scary because we got to do our job on that front. Like, this is just pure entertainment. We're not real worried about facts. I mean, they did their job for the most part.
And then we're gonna try and make you fall in love with them.
Yeah, and that part was strange.
Yeah.
I would say it was about 2 episodes too long.
That's fair.
And Dahmer was about the same way. Right? Like, we probably could have got this done in 6.
Didn't need 10.
Show me a little bit of origin.
Wasn't Dahmer like 10 episodes?
Oh, yeah. That sounds right.
I think so, yeah.
Actually, yeah.
According to this, 10 episodes. At least that's what his actor is credited for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, show me the origin, show me the crimes. A little bit of conclusion, but I feel like they really dragged Dahmer out, like with the whole prison thing, and then...
Yeah, there was and with the Ed Gein story, there's a lot of, like, just in the mental hospital scenes. You're just like, okay, I feel like this could have been condensed a lot more. Mm-hmm. Like maybe this all could have been one episode, and
Definitely. Then it must be you sign on for, like when you're getting the project, like, okay, 8 episodes, and then you're like,
and then you gotta have
it was more of a 4, but
now I gotta have a couple Fly episodes in here.
Yeah. I guess we could get that up to 8. Okay. Do something about him going to hell. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't like crazy about it, but it's fine.
For a movie that was supposed to be kind of more of like a serious movie, there's a lot of just funny stuff in the fucking movie. Like there's a lot of stuff that it was just extremely comical, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, and you wonder like how much of it was like, I think that's why the low scores, right? Like how much of that was intentionally funny? Probably not a ton of it.
Like one of them that was more funny was the scene with the 2 kids he was babysitting when he took them back.
Yeah, no, that was definitely that was intentional. And apparently he did babysit some kids, but it was long before like his mother died or anything like that. Like it was all very innocent. So he wouldn't have shown any children as skin masks or anything.
or the scene where he's in a mental hospital and which we find out like later in the episode, or not even later, but like 10 minutes later, it's a schizophrenic episode.
Yeah.
But where he goes and chases down and kills the new nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm laughing because like I was like watching it the first time, like how is no one fucking hearing any of this? And I was like, how convenient. Why is there a closet with fucking chainsaws in the middle of a fucking a psych ward?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, you don't have a chainsaw closet?
Is it like unlocked? You just, oh, this must be chainsaws. There's like 3 chainsaws in there.
Yeah. It's like, alright. Yeah, I mean, that's...
I know you have. I know we'll get to. I know you have some good quotes from this.
I didn't write down quotes, actually. Yeah, I mean, my favorite quote of the thing is, you know, wine and sinful cold cuts.
There was, I meant to write it down. It was something about, it was something he said about him having blue balls, and it was just, it was so hilarious to me, just the way he said it.
My balls are blue here.
It's just like,
what am I supposed to do? Take a nice cold shower.
And I just, yeah. Just his like monotone but not monotone voice, and then the Wisconsin like hard Midwest accent.
Well, that's what I think a lot of people mess up when they're doing the impression of him, right? It's like you still need that like little bit. He still has a little bit of happy-go-lucky in his voice.
Yeah.
He's not just, oh, I don't know about that. He like. Oh. He still has a lot, like he's almost like an optimistic.
There's a little like, ooh. There's a little,
yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Like even when he's mad at Bernice, like, oh, drinking wine every day now, are we? There's almost like a smart-assness to it, you know?
When he said he didn't want to do that anymore after she gifted him that box of her underwear and stuff like that. He proceeded to try to walk out with the box of underwear.
Well, thank you for this, and I will just be going. Like, give me that might be why he shot her, honestly. If she would have just let him run out with the underwear, he might not have shot.
I was watching, I was like, are you still going to take the box of underwear? I feel like if you wanted to keep it, you should be like, hold on, let me postpone doing this till tomorrow. Let me take these panties home. Yeah.
And it's like a man proposing to a woman and her going no, but then walking off with the
ring. Thanks anyway.
Like, well, hold on, I need to get some funds back. It's kind of hinges on, you know, an arrangement. You know, you can't just have it. Not just because I think you're neat. Oh man. I did do some of the bad summary stuff. The bad casting. I said we should put Mark Wahlberg in for Ed Gein. And I don't even think you need to do anything else. Like, I think Mark Wahlberg just makes it weird enough because I feel like he can't be anything more than just Mark Wahlberg.
He's Mark Wahlberg, like.
Obviously, our bad summary was the 9/11 thing, but also Farmer takes up new hobby that is generally frowned upon. And bad trailer. I feel like you could just take all the pleasant moments with Ed in the bar before he kills Mary, and him on a date with either like Bernice Warden or Adeline, people at the counter at the pharmacy, and just make it look like a pleasant 8-episode look at dating in the 40s and 50s.
I mean, maybe that's how dating was in the 40s. I mean, I wasn't alive.
I mean, obviously you leave out all the blood and skin and
Labias.
The nipple chair and
the
preserved vulvas. Bella didn't like the preserved vulvas. That makes her mad.
You just imagine opening up a fucking freezer and it's just a bunch of fucking balls. Like you.
Wild stuff. Guy was disturbed.
I don't know. He sounds kind of normal. He just did what we were all thinking. We're all thinking that he just has the courage to act upon it. Come on. You know what? I'm sad he's gone.
And with that,
have you like read up anything about the about his like gravesite and stuff like that?
okay. Wife saw. She's gonna stop barking now. Okay. The dog, not my wife.
Yes. But you know, they had his gravestone, and his gravestone kept getting vandalized, and eventually got stolen. It was vandalized back originally as like in, let's see, in several years. Like people would go over and I guess would chip pieces away of the gravestone and keep it as souvenirs. And then someone defaced it. Then they cleaned it up. Someone else cleaned it up, and then eventually in 2000, someone stole it altogether. Like ripped it up out of the ground, stole it, and then it was recovered in 2001 near Seattle. And then ever since then, they just left that grave unmarked because they, you know, if you try and put one back, it's just gonna fucking disappear again.
Yeah.
Or someone's gonna deface it. So he is in an unmarked grave because people can't leave his headstone alone. Which, I mean, I don't know if you were planning on visiting him, if you were in, you know, if you're going to be in, you know, where is he buried, in Wisconsin or wherever?
No, I didn't have any plans.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I'm going to a Bucks game or something.
Pay your respects?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to dig you up now.
Yeah. Just use your skin.
I'm sure it's probably leather by now.
It's perfect for working with.
I mean, I'm sure you got a chair that has a rip in it somewhere.
I'm not even sure what to say.
That was Ed saying, "Don't you fucking touch my skin."
Battery's leading us on. Yeah, come on.
Come
on.
Do it.
I'm bored down here. I got blue balls over here.
It's really hot.
Snickers pecan, not bad. Just saying.
So what do you give this overall? I know you're.
I'm more in the 6.8 maybe 6.8. It's an entertaining series, right?
Yeah.
Like it's fine. I don't love the glorification of a killer. I didn't feel like Dahmer really like glorified Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, I feel like it just kind of told the story. I mean, there's a reason the killer stories are so popular. I mean, it's the ultimate tension, right? Like, it's nobody knows what happens when you die, so, like, when there's a life on the line, and et cetera, I mean, that's the highest stakes you can have, and so telling a story about how those things happened and all that, yeah, I mean, that's, you know? Ooh. Oh, drinking wine every day now, are we? But I didn't like all the fabricate. Probably 6.5 for me because you know I didn't like all the fabrication of it, but it's a good, entertaining series. I don't want to watch it again. Like Dahmer, I would watch again. I'd probably skip the last few episodes, but those first like 4 or 5 are really good episodes. Yeah.
What was the term that Mother used for saying that Ed now had some disease from fucking
venereal disease.
Venereal disease.
Yeah.
He just ran. You've got a venereal disease.
Yeah. Yeah, he tells her straight to her face.
She's like, no.
All wrapped up with the venereal disease.
He's like, no.
No, I'm running rampant.
No, I'm running rampant with it. We're carrying her box of panties. I can't get over that.
I'm still gonna sniff your panties.
I'm still gonna sniff them and wear them.
Yeah.
I think for entertainment purposes, watching, I'll give it a 7.5 because it was entertaining to watch. I don't think it has any like rewatch value.
No.
But I think it was entertaining to watch. But in the fact of just realism and what actually happened, you know, it's like a 4 just because of how much stuff is actually fabricated. You know, you watch one of those, you're in for some fabrication because it's it's Hollywood. They're trying to sell a product basically.
And there's a lot of gaps you don't know what happened.
And you have
to fill in the gaps. But they took some liberties.
Some artistic creativity to fill in those gaps to make an entertaining story. But like you still have to keep it pretty close to true. Like any documentary you watch, there's gonna be something that's gonna be fabricated or swayed one side or the other.
Yeah.
But this one, it was just so egregious with some of the fabrication or just completely made up scenarios.
Yeah.
So that kind of that's what sucked about it for me.
I agree. Yeah. I mean,